Welcome back to Absolutely Focused Radio Podcast. I'm your voice behind the mic, here to walk with you through stories that matter. Today, we're leaning into something real, the journey of rebuilding identity after sobriety. It's not just about quitting. It's about rediscovering who you are, one honest moment at a time. Joining us are Chucky Chip with Tech on Deck and Jane Marie with the stats and facts. Together, we'll walk through the science, the stories, and the soul of recovery. So wherever you are, whether you're winding down, waking up, or simply taking a breath, thank you for being here. One mic, one mind. Let's begin.
Here's something that might shock you. 75% of people in recovery say their entire identity was built around alcohol. That's 3 out of 4 people, essentially having to rebuild themselves from scratch after getting sober.
That's such a profound insight, and it really challenges our understanding of addiction. It's not just about stopping a behavior, it's about reconstructing an entire sense of self.
Well, the neuroscience behind this is fascinating. Our brains create these elaborate neural pathways around drinking, like building an entire city's infrastructure. When someone gets sober, that whole city goes dark, and they're left standing there with a blank blueprint.
So how do people typically navigate that massive transition?
You know, research shows there are 3 distinct phases. First, there's the void. This overwhelming emptiness where alcohol used to be. Then comes the awakening, where people start rediscovering their authentic interests. And finally, the integration, where they align these new habits with their renewed sense of self.
That process must require an incredible amount of emotional intelligence and resilience.
That's exactly right. And here's what's fascinating. People in long-term recovery actually score 20% higher on emotional intelligence tests. Compared to both their pre-sobriety selves and the general public, it's like their emotional muscles grow stronger from processing life without that chemical buffer.
Well, that reminds me of what athletes experience when training at high altitudes. Removing the usual supports forces the system to adapt and become stronger.
Oh, that's such a perfect analogy. And it ties directly into this research from the University of Pennsylvania about post-traumatic growth. People aren't just returning to baseline, they're actually surpassing their previous levels of life satisfaction. Like that Japanese art of kintsugi, where they repair broken pottery with gold, the cracks become the most beautiful part.
And I understand this transformation creates some pretty significant ripple effects throughout someone's social circle?
Absolutely incredible ripples. For every single person who rebuilds their identity in recovery, 4 others in their circle begin rethinking their own relationship with alcohol. And we're seeing this play out on a generational level too. Gen Z is drinking 20% less than millennials did at their age, and 40% less than Gen X.
So we're essentially witnessing a cultural shift toward conscious sobriety, and social media seems to be amplifying this movement.
Right. These online sober communities are becoming incredibly powerful. People who engage with them are 60% more likely to maintain long-term sobriety. And here's what's really interesting. Social connection activates the same reward pathways as alcohol, but builds resilience instead of dependency.
The professional implications of this transformation are pretty remarkable too.
Yeah. The career impact is stunning. 5 years post-sobriety, people are 45% more likely to hold leadership positions and report 60% higher job satisfaction. They develop what psychologists call earned resilience, essentially rewiring their brains to handle stress and challenges with greater clarity.
You know what strikes me about all this? It's really challenging the narrative that sobriety is about loss or deprivation.
That's such an important point. The research shows this identity reset creates what they call a legacy effect, where the positive changes actually compound for decades after sobriety begins. It's not just about stopping something harmful, it's about starting something transformative.
And with the rise of these online communities, people have more support than ever in making this transition.
Like the combination of neuroscience, community support, and this cultural shift towards conscious sobriety, it's creating this perfect storm for positive change. The data shows that those who engage with support communities, whether online or in person, are significantly more likely to maintain long-term sobriety and experience these profound identity transformations.
Well, that really speaks to the power of shared experience and collective growth.
And you know what's really exciting? This is just the beginning. As we better understand the neuroscience of identity reconstruction, and as these sober communities continue to grow, we're likely to see even more powerful transformations and ripple effects throughout society.
So in essence, we're not just talking about individual recovery stories. We're witnessing a broader societal shift in how we think about identity, consciousness, and personal growth.
Exactly. And that's what makes this moment so significant. We're seeing the intersection of scientific understanding, social support, and cultural change, creating new possibilities for human transformation. It's not just about sobriety. It's about discovering who we really are and who we can become.
Before we close, here's a gentle reminder. I am allowed to grow beyond who I've been. My healing is my legacy. You are not broken. You are becoming. And every step you take toward clarity is a gift to yourself and those around you. One mic, one mind. Stay absolutely focused.
Oh, I'm breaking the chains, I'm letting it flow. Healing's my anthem, I'm ready to grow. From shadows to sunlight, I'm taking my stand in this dance of healing. I'm learning to plan. Anxiety fades as I dance the sound, reflecting on moments where true growth is found. No more silence, I'm speaking my truth. This therapy's calling, I'm reclaiming my youth. With every deep breath, let the tension release in this present moment. I finally find peace. Oh, I'm breaking the chains, I'm letting it flow. Healing's my anthem, I'm ready to grow. From shadows to sunlight, I'm taking my stand in this dance of healing. I'm learning to plan. With every heartbeat, I'm writing my story. This is my journey, and I'm claiming the glory.